High creatinine, top 5 vegetables to cleanse kidneys and reverse damage naturally after 60. Are you over 60 and feeling tired, swollen, or restless at night? These are often brushed off as signs of aging, yet they can be silent warnings of high creatinine. Creatinine is a waste that muscles create daily. Healthy kidneys filter it out, but with age, the filter slows down. Many seniors are told there is little to do except watch and wait. But research shows diet is a powerful tool. Certain vegetables support the kidney's own repair process. They supply antioxidants, lower blood pressure inside delicate blood vessels, and flush toxins more effectively. These foods are easy to find in any grocery store, yet most people do not know how to use them for kidney health. Over the next few minutes, you will discover 5 vegetables proven to cleanse kidneys, lower high creatinine, and reverse kidney damage naturally. I will also share a bonus practice that improves circulation so your kidneys can work at night without strain. Keep watching because the last vegetable on this list is the most surprising of all. Let's begin with a green that is both gentle and powerful for kidney health. Our journey starts with kale. Kale often gets called a superfood, but when it comes to supporting kidneys after the age of 60, it truly lives up to the name. The first thing to know is that kale is a low-potassium vegetable, with only about 150 milligrams of potassium per cup when eaten raw. Why is that important? Because people with impaired kidney function often need to keep potassium levels under control. Too much potassium in the blood can affect heart rhythm and create serious risks. So kale offers the benefit of rich nutrients without pushing potassium too high. Do you pay attention to potassium levels when looking at your blood tests? Drop a comment below if this is something your doctor has already mentioned to you. Kale is also loaded with lutein and zeaxanthin. These are carotenoids that protect the delicate microcirculation in the kidneys. Microcirculation refers to the tiny blood vessels that supply oxygen and nutrients to kidney tissue. When these vessels are damaged, creatinine tends to rise faster because the filters inside the kidneys, called nephrons, lose efficiency. Research at the National Institutes of Health has shown that diets rich in lutein improve endothelial function, which means better blood vessel health. So by eating kale, you are supporting not just vision, which these carotenoids are often known for, but also the very small vessels that keep kidneys alive and functioning. Have you ever thought about the link between blood vessel health and kidney strength before? Another reason kale shines is its vitamin C content. 2 cups of raw kale give you about 80 milligrams of vitamin C, which is more than the daily recommended intake for many adults. Vitamin C acts as an antioxidant, which means it neutralizes free radicals. Free radicals are unstable molecules that damage tissue and speed up aging in the kidneys. The Mayo Clinic has explained how oxidative stress is one of the main drivers of kidney decline. So when you eat kale, you are providing a natural shield against this stress. Do you usually think of vitamin C only for colds, or do you also use it for organ health? I would love to hear your thoughts on that. Kale also contains sulforaphane, a compound from the glucosinolate family. This is a powerful activator of detoxification enzymes in the body. Sulforaphane has been studied at Johns Hopkins University for its ability to lower oxidative stress and reduce inflammation in different organs, including the kidneys. It helps protect nephrons from the slow damage caused by toxins and high blood pressure. This is especially important after 60 when detox pathways become less active naturally. Imagine having a vegetable that not only provides nutrients, but also helps your body switch on its own cleaning system. That is exactly what sulforaphane does. Now, how should you eat kale for kidney support? The ideal serving is 1 to 2 cups daily, either lightly steamed or raw. Cooking it too long can destroy vitamin C and delicate antioxidants. That is why steaming for only a few minutes or adding raw kale to a salad is best. One simple and kidney-safe option is a kale salad with olive oil and thin apple slices. The natural sweetness of apple balances kale's earthy flavor without heavy dressings that often contain added sugars and preservatives. Another smart idea is blending kale into a smoothie with cucumber and pear. Both cucumber and pear are kidney-friendly fruits that add hydration and mild sweetness. Buying kale also makes a difference. Smaller and tender leaves are less bitter and usually fresher. Avoid pre-cut packaged kale because it often contains preservatives that can irritate the kidneys over time. Frozen kale is a fine option if it does not contain added salt. When you shop, do you usually check labels carefully for added sodium in frozen vegetables? There are a few mistakes to avoid. Kale chips are often sold as a healthy snack, but they usually contain very high sodium levels that can stress the kidneys. Overcooking kale can cause nutrient loss, especially vitamin C. Another point is for people on blood-thinning medication. Kale is very high in vitamin K, which can interfere with medication effectiveness if intake changes suddenly. This does not mean you should avoid kale, but it does mean you need to keep intake consistent. So kale stands out as a safe, nutrient-rich, and powerful vegetable for anyone over 60 looking to lower high creatinine and protect kidney function naturally. Now let's turn to something root-based, earthy, and surprisingly protective against kidney fibrosis. Let's meet the power of beets. Before we move on, I'd love to know where you are watching from and how you are managing high creatinine or kidney issues right now. If you are working to lower creatinine naturally and support kidney health, make sure to subscribe to Knowhow and turn on the notification bell. If this content helps you, type 1 in the comments or 0 if it does not. Your feedback helps me improve these videos for you. Beets are one of the most striking vegetables you will ever see on your plate, and their bright color is not just for show. That deep red shade comes from compounds called betalains, and these pigments do much more than color your food. Studies from the Cleveland Clinic have shown that betalains have strong anti-inflammatory properties that can calm irritation inside kidney tissue. Inflammation is one of the main reasons why creatinine levels climb, because swollen and stressed kidneys cannot filter waste as effectively. So every time you eat beets, you are adding natural compounds that help your kidneys function with less stress. Do you usually think about color in food as more than just appearance? Beets are also famous for their nitrate content, and this is another reason they can support kidney health. Natural nitrates in food convert into nitric oxide in the body, which widens blood vessels and improves circulation. Better circulation means kidneys receive a steadier flow of oxygen and nutrients, which helps them filter creatinine and toxins more efficiently. Research at the University of Exeter has shown how beet-based nitrates lower blood pressure, which directly reduces strain on the kidneys. Have you ever had your blood pressure checked at the same time as your kidney function test? It can be interesting to see how closely they are related. Folate is another nutrient that makes beets valuable. A single cup of cooked beets contains about 148 micrograms of folate, which is over 1/3 of the daily need for most adults. Folate helps reduce levels of homocysteine, a compound in the blood that can damage the lining of blood vessels, including those that feed the kidneys. Too much homocysteine has been linked to faster kidney decline. By eating folate-rich foods like beets, you are actively protecting the vessels that deliver blood into the filtering units. That protection helps slow creatinine buildup over time. Have you ever had your folate levels checked in your blood tests? Now, how much beet is safe and effective? A half cup of roasted or boiled beets taken 3 to 4 times a week is an excellent starting point. This amount is enough to gain the benefits without increasing oxalate load too high. Oxalates are natural compounds in beets that can contribute to kidney stones if eaten in excess. For those who enjoy juicing, 4 ounces of beet juice with a carrot added for balance can be a refreshing option. Beets can also make a wonderful salad. One tasty and kidney-safe combination is roasted beets with fresh arugula and a small sprinkle of pumpkin seeds. A light olive oil dressing works well, but vinegar should be avoided if you have a sensitive bladder since it can be irritating. This combination delivers betalains, folate, and magnesium all in one simple dish. Would you try adding something like this to your dinner table a few times a week? Buying the right beets matters too. Firm and smooth beets are the best choice, while soft or shriveled ones may have lost nutrients and flavor. Many people forget that beet greens are edible and they are filled with vitamins and minerals, including vitamin K and calcium. Cooking the greens lightly can add extra nutrients to your meal without waste. There are also risks and mistakes that people often make with beets. Because they are high in oxalates, those with a history of kidney stones should limit themselves to half a cup at a time. Beet supplements or concentrated beet powder shots can spike oxalate levels and should be used carefully. Another common surprise is beturia, which is when urine turns red after eating beets. This is harmless, but it can cause alarm if you are not expecting it. Have you ever experienced this after eating beets? Beets provide a mix of antioxidants, circulation boosters, and protective nutrients that together help slow creatinine buildup and support kidneys under stress. They are powerful, but they need to be used wisely with the right portion sizes and preparation methods. Next up is something crisp, crunchy, and hydrating. It is one of the most overlooked kidney cleansers. Let's continue with celery. Celery may look like one of the simplest vegetables in the market, but when it comes to kidney health after the age of 60, it offers far more power than most people realize. 1 cup of chopped celery contains only about 40 milligrams of natural sodium, which is far lower than many other foods people snack on daily. That is important because excess sodium in the diet forces the kidneys to hold on to fluid, which in turn raises blood pressure and makes creatinine levels rise. By choosing celery, you get a crunchy and flavorful vegetable that hydrates the body instead of burdening it. Do you usually check the sodium content on labels when you shop for food? Celery also has a natural diuretic effect. A diuretic is something that helps the body release extra water and salt through urine, which reduces swelling and pressure on the kidneys. Unlike prescription diuretics that can sometimes strip away too many minerals, celery provides a gentle push without causing major imbalances. Studies from the University of Maryland have highlighted how natural diuretics can be useful for people who need to lower fluid retention while protecting their kidneys at the same time. Have you noticed swelling in your legs or feet by the end of the day? That could be one of the first signs that the kidneys are struggling to handle extra fluid. Another compound in celery that makes it valuable is called phthalides. These plant chemicals relax the smooth muscles around blood vessels, which helps reduce blood pressure. Lower blood pressure means less strain on the tiny filtering units inside the kidneys, known as nephrons. The American Heart Association has often stressed how important it is to keep blood pressure under control for kidney protection. Celery also contains apigenin, a natural flavonoid that protects renal tissue from oxidative damage. Oxidative damage is a process where unstable molecules, known as free radicals, attack cells and cause inflammation. Over time, this weakens the kidneys and makes it harder for them to remove creatinine. Research at the National Cancer Institute has studied apigenin for its strong antioxidant effects, and the kidneys can benefit directly from this. So when you crunch on celery, you are adding compounds that go beyond hydration and directly defend the cells of the kidney. Another reason celery helps is its hydration effect. Since celery is mostly water, it adds fluid to your body in a way that is balanced with minerals. Adequate hydration is critical for flushing out creatinine during the day, which means the kidneys do not have to struggle at night when the body shifts fluids. Doctors at the Mayo Clinic have pointed out that mild dehydration can make creatinine readings appear higher than they actually are. By eating hydrating vegetables like celery earlier in the day, You help the kidneys keep levels steady. Now let's take a closer look at how you can eat celery to get the most benefits. The best intake is 2 to 3 stalks of celery raw or lightly cooked every day. Eating it raw keeps vitamin C and antioxidants intact, while light steaming can make it easier to digest. Celery makes a perfect snack when paired with unsalted hummus, which adds protein and fiber without loading on sodium. Another kidney-friendly idea is a cleansing broth made by simmering celery with parsley, carrots, and a garlic-free vegetable stock. Garlic can sometimes irritate sensitive bladders, so skipping it makes this broth more soothing. Choosing the right celery also matters. Always look for crisp stalks that are pale green with fresh, leafy tops. Limp or rubbery celery has often lost water and nutrients. Pre-cut packaged celery may look convenient, but it often contains preservatives like sodium bisulfite that can stress the kidneys. Frozen celery can work if it is plain and without additives. When you shop, do you squeeze the stalks to check their firmness, or do you usually grab the prepackaged kind? There are some cautions worth noting. Celery salt is very different from raw celery and should be avoided completely because it is extremely high in sodium. That extra sodium load can undo all the benefits of the vegetable itself. Celery may also trigger bloating in people with very sensitive digestion, especially if eaten raw in large amounts. If this happens, lightly steaming the stalks can make them gentler on the stomach. So celery may look ordinary, but every stalk carries hydration, antioxidants, and compounds that lower blood pressure and protect kidney tissue. For people over 60 who want to lower creatinine naturally, celery deserves a regular place on the plate. If you are finding this helpful so far, please take a moment to like this video. It may seem small, but it tells YouTube that this information matters and helps Knowhow reach more people who truly need guidance on kidney health. If you think others deserve this knowledge too, tap that thumbs up now. Moving on, let's refresh things with something hydrating yet alkalizing that also supports circulation. Here's why cucumber deserves a spot. Cucumber is one of the most refreshing vegetables you can add to your plate, and it carries hidden benefits for the kidneys that go far beyond its cooling taste. Since cucumber is made up of about 96% water, every serving works almost like an extra glass of hydration. Proper hydration is the most important factor in keeping creatinine levels stable, since the kidneys need enough fluid to push waste products out of the blood. Have you noticed that when you drink less water during the day, you often wake up at night feeling thirsty? That is because the body tries to balance fluid too late, which puts stress on the kidneys at night. Eating cucumber during the day can prevent that cycle from even starting. Another benefit of cucumber is its content of silica. Silica is a trace mineral that strengthens connective tissue throughout the body, including the delicate structure of the kidneys. The kidneys rely on strong connective tissue to support the filtration process, which happens millions of times a day through microscopic units called nephrons. Research done at Columbia University has pointed out that dietary silica helps maintain structural integrity in organs under constant pressure, such as the kidneys. Cucumber also acts as a mild natural diuretic. This means it encourages the body to release a little extra water and sodium through urine, which helps flush out creatinine and reduce fluid overload. Unlike strong synthetic diuretics, cucumber's effect is gentle, so it can be used regularly without depleting the body of important minerals. Timing is important, though. Eating cucumber earlier in the day gives your kidneys the chance to process the extra fluid when they are most active. If taken too late, it may increase nighttime urination, which can disrupt sleep. Do you usually eat cucumber earlier in the day, or do you tend to snack on it in the evening? There is another layer of kidney protection found in cucumber, which is vitamin K. 1 cup of sliced cucumber contains about 17 micrograms of vitamin K. This vitamin plays a key role in regulating calcium balance in the body. Without enough vitamin K, calcium can accumulate in the wrong places, including kidney tissue, which can contribute to stone formation. By keeping calcium in proper circulation, vitamin K lowers the risk of painful stones. Harvard Medical School has repeatedly emphasized the role of calcium regulation in preventing kidney stones, and cucumber provides a simple way to support this balance. Now let's have a deeper look at the best way to eat cucumber for kidney support. A good serving size is one medium cucumber, which is about 300 grams, enjoyed between lunch and dinner. This timing helps keep hydration steady during the afternoon when many people tend to drink less water. A simple salad made with cucumber, fresh parsley, and a drizzle of olive oil offers antioxidants, hydration, and healthy fats in one dish. For those who prefer drinks, cucumber slices added to water create a gentle detox beverage that supports both hydration and kidney function. Buying the right cucumber also matters. Always choose firm cucumbers with smooth skin and avoid any that are wrinkled or soft, since those are usually dehydrated and lower in nutrients. Organic cucumbers are often the better option because conventional ones may come coated in wax, which makes the skin less desirable to eat. If you cannot get organic, peeling the skin before eating is a safe option. Many people reach for pickles, but that is a common mistake. Pickled cucumbers are loaded with vinegar and salt, both of which can increase blood pressure and irritate the kidneys. Eating raw cucumber is the form that actually supports kidney cleansing. There are a few mistakes and risks to avoid. Eating cucumber too late at night increases urination, which not only interrupts sleep, but also puts the kidneys to work when they should be resting. Another issue is cucumber juice sold in bottles with added sugars. Those added sugars increase inflammation, raise blood sugar levels, and completely defeat the purpose of kidney cleansing. A fresh cucumber blended at home with no additives is the only safe way to enjoy cucumber juice. Finally, let's finish strong with something pungent, protective, and clinically studied for kidney defense. The sulfur-rich onions are next. Onions are often thought of as just a base for soups or stir-fries, but they carry specific compounds that make them highly protective for the kidneys, especially as we age. One of the strongest compounds found in onions is quercetin, a flavonoid that has been studied by researchers at the University of Michigan for its to lower kidney inflammation. Inflammation inside the kidney slowly damages the filtering structures and raises creatinine levels. So adding a food rich in quercetin gives the kidneys a shield against that process. Have you ever noticed that some foods leave you feeling less bloated and lighter after eating? Onions can have that effect because of their anti-inflammatory compounds. Onions are also naturally rich in sulfur compounds. These sulfur-based molecules protect against kidney fibrosis, which is the hardening and scarring of kidney tissue that happens over time when damage is not stopped. Fibrosis makes it harder for blood to flow through the kidney filters, which directly reduces how much creatinine can be cleared. Researchers at Johns Hopkins University have emphasized the role of sulfur compounds in slowing fibrosis, not just in the kidneys, but in other organs as well. Do you include onions often in your meals, or do you tend to skip them because of their strong flavor? Another important benefit is that onions are low in potassium compared to many other vegetables. For people over 60 who already have reduced kidney function, managing potassium is critical because high potassium levels in the blood can cause dangerous changes in heart rhythm. Since onions provide flavor without burdening the body with too much potassium, they are safer than some other vegetables. When it comes to eating onions, the serving size matters. Half of a medium onion each day is enough to provide quercetin, sulfur compounds, and antioxidants without causing digestive discomfort. Onions can be eaten raw or cooked, but each method offers slightly different benefits. Cooking onions gently with olive oil and herbs makes them easier to digest while still providing antioxidants. A simple onion broth made with celery and parsley creates a soothing kidney, cleansing soup that is light yet nourishing. Raw onions also provide benefits, but some people may find them too strong for the stomach, especially in the evening. Do you prefer your onions roasted, grilled, or raw in salads? Drop a comment and share your favorite way of eating them. Choosing the right onions at the store also makes a difference. Always look for dry, firm bulbs with papery skins that feel crisp when touched. Soft spots or sprouting tips mean the onion has already lost nutrients. Pre-chopped onions may seem convenient, but they lose antioxidants quickly after cutting and can even grow bacteria if not stored properly. Red onions usually have more antioxidants than white or yellow onions, so adding them when possible gives you more protective compounds. There are some mistakes and risks to watch out for. Onion powder blends sold in bottles often contain added salt, which raises sodium intake and puts stress on the kidneys. Raw onions eaten late in the evening can trigger acid reflux in some people, disturbing sleep and making them feel uncomfortable. Overeating onions can also cause bloating or digestive discomfort due to their natural sulfur and fiber content. Moderation is key, and half an onion per day is usually the right balance. Onions may be common, but their combination of quercetin, sulfur compounds, and low potassium content makes them one of the smartest vegetables to include for kidney health after 60. They work against inflammation, fibrosis, and high creatinine, while also being safe for people with kidney concerns. Adding them in small, regular amounts is much better than eating a large portion only once in a while. Now, before we wrap up, let's add a powerful non-food technique that helps your kidneys clear toxins more efficiently overnight. That is the practice of evening stretching and yoga poses. Evening stretching and yoga poses are surprisingly effective tools for supporting kidney function and helping the body clear toxins naturally. Gentle movements before bed improve lymphatic flow, which helps reduce fluid pooling in the legs and lower body, easing the load on the kidneys. Studies from the University of Wisconsin Wellness Program have shown that poses like legs up the wall and child's pose enhance circulation while calming the nervous system. Reducing stress hormones is another benefit, since high levels of cortisol can increase kidney strain and elevate creatinine levels. Have you ever noticed how stress affects your digestion or energy levels? Incorporating a short sequence of stretches may help with that as well. To do this effectively, spend about 15 minutes before bedtime performing a simple sequence. Start with a seated forward bend, move into gentle spinal twists, and finish with legs up the wall for around 5 minutes. Focus on deep nasal breathing throughout, which supports relaxation and encourages the kidneys to process fluid efficiently. Do not perform vigorous or intense yoga close to bedtime, as it raises your heart rate and reduces relaxation. Avoid overstretching joints, especially after 60, and make sure you stay hydrated earlier in the day to maximize the effect. Have you tried stretching at night before, or would you add this routine to your evening? Drop a comment below and share your experience. So now that you have covered both food and lifestyle approaches, here is a quick recap of everything. Kale is a low-potassium green rich in sulforaphane and antioxidants that protect kidney tissue. Beets provide betalains and nitrates that improve blood flow to the kidneys. Celery acts as a natural diuretic while lowering blood pressure and helping clear creatinine. Cucumber hydrates, alkalizes, and flushes toxins when consumed earlier in the day. Onions bring quercetin and sulfur compounds to fight inflammation and support kidney health. Finally, evening yoga stretches improve circulation and assist kidney detoxification naturally. These steps together create a practical, easy-to-follow routine to cleanse kidneys, reverse damage, and lower high creatinine naturally. If this video was useful, please don't leave without subscribing to Knowhow. If you feel like I truly understood your struggle and offered advice that makes a difference, type the word relief in the comments.